Bonjour everyone, that's it, the 8.7 is here and with it comes some new tanks. As you can see right there, we are going to talk about the tier 10, the brand new one, the T-100 light, finally a Russian light tank. We can start that video by talking about the tech tree and how it's represented, at least what do you need to do to reach the T-100 light. What is interesting to see is that if you already acquired the T-54 lightweight, you only have to grind a tier 9 and a tier 10, which is a good news, especially for free-to-play players, because at least you will be able to save some gathered free experience. Now, on the tank itself, I was surprised. At first, I was expecting something completely broken, because when you take a look at the statistics, the DPM, the gun dispersion, aim time, everything seems to be perfect. But there is something about the gun that makes it balance, at least two things. The first is that you only have 5 degrees of gun depression. Trust me, 5 degrees is not enough for you to be comfortable playing on every single map this game has to offer, as most of them are hull down friendly, which means that you need gun depression to be effective. Here with the T-100 light, it's gonna kind of counterbalance your overall DPM that is just great, because it's nearly 3.3k when you're using the calibrated shell, because when you use Gunrama you can climb up to 3.5, which is the best DPM in the game if I'm not mistaken, out of all the medium, light and heavy tanks. And the second thing is the lack of penetration. As you can see, with your gold shell using calibrated shell you only get 305 millimeters. So yeah, it's definitely a must-have with this tank to play with the calibrated if you really want to be useful, because otherwise good luck penetrating. And another thing that is very special about the tank, it's his mobility. Unlike the others, the Vickers Light, Sheridan, etc., this one features 68 kilometers per hour at max speed. And trust me, you can climb up to that kilometer per hour extremely fast. And sometimes it can lose you because you go so fast that you will end up in the spawn of your enemies in no time, which can be frustrating at first because, well, you need to adapt yourself, but at least when you master it, you are just the greatest scout that game has to offer. And of course, I couldn't finish that little summary of the tank without talking about his special perk. You already saw it from Wargaming's point of view, and especially on their YouTube channel. The HE shells of that tank will allow you to spot for 20 seconds your opponents instead of the regular 10. To do that, nothing easier, you just need your HE to hit your target, not bounce, not penetrate, just hit. Before we jump into the playstyle, I really struggle with this tank finding regular teams. As you can see here, I must have like 50% win rate. Usually I turn around 70. And I truly don't have a clue if that's because of me or because of my team. And well, as I just mentioned, that Interceptor camo just dropped 5k gold. This is quite expensive. What the heck? Why is it so expensive? 5,000 gold. My gosh, Wargaming, you're not ashamed. Okay, you have a cool attachment and stuff, but is it worth getting 5k on it? I don't know, at least it really looks cool, and they really made a huge effort into making me believe that this tank is greatly equipped with the radar at the top. But still 5k. So, about the playstyle, there is something really cool about it. It's quite versatile. You can play it either as a regular light tank by using your mobility to spot for your allies. You can also try to use it as a medium, maybe a second line medium, not to take any shots, because after all you have a great DPM and you can use it at maximum profit. But in my opinion, the best, obviously, would be a combination of both of those playstyles. How do you do that? At the beginning of the game, as you can see, you play as a light tank, spotting for the rest of your team, and after, when you're done, you try to play it like a regular medium. Here, for example, I'm stuck at the medium position with what should have been mediums, but what in reality is heavies. And well, it's not a problem. I just have to adapt. What am I doing right now? Not taking any risks, just using my DPM to its best. There is this little IS-4 that doesn't truly have a clue what he's doing, and we're gonna use that to our advantage. We are destroying that poor guy, and within the first minute of the game, he is already out. Now, of course, we are not going to stay here, because if we do, it's first is going to get kind of boring, but on top of that, it's not what our tank is supposed to do. And on top of that, with 5 degrees of gun depression, trust me, you're not going to be effective from a hill. So what we do right now is we try to play aggressively. Thanks to our great mobility, we can pass the Riva in no time without the Progetto even realizing what was coming for him. Now we adapt, we see that the guy doesn't care about us, so before jumping into the IS-7, we're going to try to sneak 1 or 2 shots. Well, not the brightest, yeah, that's the word, the brightest Progetto 65 player I ever saw. Now we're going to jump directly into the IS-7, sneaking the first shot, but unfortunately, and here you see what happened, I did not penetrate. As I told you, with this tank, you will truly struggle with your penetration. Just take a look at that once again. I sneak in another one, and I truly don't have a clue where it went. It went straight behind the hull, or maybe on the second track. And it's kind of frustrating. I mean, having a tank that doesn't penetrate is one thing, but having something that can't penetrate most of the time is really upsetting, which makes this tank from time to time a little bit horrific to play. But of course, when you encounter the right target, here for example the Jagdtiger, everything will go for the best. Did you see what I did at the beginning? I sneaked a shell on the Jagdtiger track without trying to do damage. Why? Because it gives me enough time to circle him as he will repair the tracks. Now that being said, and the tracks being repaired, I had enough time to circle him. And to be honest, out of all the mediums, this one is the best to do these kind of things. Just take a look at how easy it is for us to circle the Jagdtiger. And even if I took some time to be able to see where I could shot, etc., well, I still had enough time to circle him without taking another shot. And well, this is not something every single tank in the game would be able to do. Now we're going to try to get to the 60 CP, but unfortunately he died before. And this is the true power of the T-100 light. This tank is meant to be played at first like a light tank and after like a second zone medium. But don't worry, more replays are coming. Maybe something we could do, as mine is the worst map ever, is showing you a live battle. Here right now we are in a live battle. As you can see, if I'm moving my house, no, if I move my house, I'm gonna die. But if I move my mouse, you see that it's a real game. So, first thing, analyze what we have in front. We are a T-100 light, so going to the middle is completely useless, but we have the possibility of at least sneaking 1 shot on the T-100 light that will probably try to cross. There we go, as I just mentioned, the guy crossed and we had a free shot. Now, of course, with the T-100 light, going to the hill is completely useless. As I just mentioned, 5 degrees of gun depression will definitely not help you on this scenario. So instead, we are going to prefer going into the town. Because from the town, well, first, there is nobody. And second, we can have access to multiple sneaky shots on multiple targets. Of course, we still need to be careful because we can get shot by grill or whatever we decided to go on the bush. But right now, it seems like it's not the case. So instead of waiting patiently for my teammates to get the damage on the 704, I'm going to try by myself to sneak 1 or 2 shells. Now, of course, we're still going to try to get the I7. And now, as I just mentioned, the grill is coming. Luckily for me, I took an HE shell that didn't do that much. And now guys, we are gonna be able to use what our tank is great at, which is the HE tracer. Of course, to do this, I first need to get my hands on a special tank, the Jagdtiger, and if he doesn't have anything to repair, I'm not gonna bother, boys. I'm not gonna move from there. Always spam track your opponents if you can. Even if probably that the Jagdtiger pressed F7 to say, hey, I'm tracked, please help me. From the T-100 light, I'm still gonna get 1 or 2 shots on those. Now, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, so instead of staying right in front of them, I'm gonna try to improvise. So can we maybe sneak a shot on that IS-7? Yes, we can, thanks to our great, mighty omniscious, beautiful penetration with the calibrated shell. Can we kill a Yag? Oh boy, that was sexy. Okay, now we gotta adapt. I need to wait for someone to get the IS-7 because if the guy doesn't move, I can't do anything. I don't know yet where the grill is, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. He turned a little bit his turret. Boom, there we go. We sneaked the shell, and we poked back to a safe cover. This is the power of the mighty one. Of course, here, the T-100 light did a really great thing by trying to avoid getting shot at, and that was a good move. But now we gotta escape. If I stayed here, the Grill 15 would have killed me regardless. So, we have a crazy mobility, but we also lack a lot of hit points right now. I need to adapt. What can I do to bother them? First, I'm going to try to go with the 704 right now to maybe sneak 1 or 2 shells on whatever we could see. Maybe it's going to work, maybe not. It seems like it's not going to work. We're not going to stop because after all, we are a light tank. We're not here to camp or anything. So we're probably going to be supportive to the Foch because the Foch can actually help us quite a lot. So there we go, and I got spotted. Are you kidding me? What kind of thing spotted me? Truly, this is the T-100 light? The T-100 light spotted me? God damn it. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. We are gonna adapt to any situations. So, come on, T-100 light, I see ya. Yes, I do. Bang. One shot straight in. The 704 is probably gonna die in the process, but that's the price to pay. Bang, we got the T-100 light, he's no more, and now all we have to do is adapt. There is the Concept 1B. I'm pretty sure the guy didn't see me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to sneak 1 shot, and we can't. Our friend died before. We are now stuck in a 2 versus 3 situation. I don't want to go on the grill. If I do, I'm gonna get destroyed. So instead, I'm gonna try to go on the Concept. But, well, I'm kind of stuck here as well. So what I'm going to do, once again, is using my mobility. I'm going away because I know that from there, the Grill 15 will probably not be able to spot me. Of course, that was before he tried. No, I'm not going to bother because if I do, I'm going to get spotted. I escape. We try to escape as much as we can. The Foch is probably going to die in the process. And I need to put myself into a safe cover. Can I go there before taking a shot? No. Yeah, here it's going to be a little bit complicated, not gonna lie, boys. I don't feel like we're gonna be able to do it. So what we do right now is trying to escape, but yeah, no. I feel like it's over for us. It's literally over. There is nothing I can do except if I'm extremely lucky. Oh, the mistake. No? Okay, I'm good. Okay, can I at least sneak 1 or 2 more shells on that IS-7? 1 for the record, maybe a second one because after all I reload faster. Yes, I can. Maybe we're not out. Maybe we're not out, boys. Maybe we're not. Okay, I need to escape right now. How do we do this? By trying to trick them. I'm gonna die because I know the Grill 15 is coming for me and there is nothing I can do to avoid him. Yeah. Told you 6k damage still, but at one point I can't do anything for my team. That was still a good game. I mean, 6k damage on a live game was good, and as you can see, I did not try to push forward. I didn't try to go too far, and well, with a Foch 155 at 0 damage, a PTA at 0 damage, and an M5U at 0 damage, I can't do much. So this is pretty much what you can expect from the T-100 light. It's overall a great tank as long as you know where to place yourself and what to do at the beginning of battles. As you can see, every time there is a hilly terrain, I'm avoiding the hilly terrain to go on the flat ground like I did with the town. And well, if you have the possibility, if you know you can't spot anything and don't fit your light job, what you want to do is play as a medium, supportive toward either the rest of the mediums or the heavies, like I did in the town. And in the end game, when you have to adapt, you just use your mobility to escape the danger and you stay in retreat. This is all you have to do. And after, maybe you will be able to do some live battles at 6k as well. Hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like and share. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.